What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another message, another uplifting message to all my spiritualists out there. This one's for y'all. I know someone needs to hear this, so I'm going to drop this. Today I want to talk about the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. When I think about the fear of God, I see that, matter of fact, when I think about the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom, I see that this is true. And when I talk about the word fear, I don't mean fear to the point of being frightened or scared, but fear as, being revering or having respect. When I mean fearing God. Like I said, when I think about the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom, I see that this is true. It's something about having reverence to a higher power that changes the way you think, and in turn changes the way that you behave. See, the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom because you now have tapped into your spiritual self, your true self. Some may say, who is God? What is God? And I say to that, you are God. You were created in God's image. The same God who created the stars and the moons, the sun, the planets, the galaxies. The same God who created the seasons that all flow in order, lives in you, lives in us. So the man who fears God walks with God. When you reverence God, there's a lifestyle that should also line up with your reverence to God. This is not saying that you're going to be perfect, because we all are flesh. We are human. But we should strive to be righteous every day. If we fall, we get back up. If we slip, we get back up. And we keep getting up until we accomplish what we're here meant to do. We shouldn't be living a lifestyle of deception. And when I mean deception, including lying on one another, gossiping, drunkenness, engaging in drugs, activities that destroy your body, your train of thought, hatefulness, hate in your heart, jealousy, backbiting, etc. I'm pretty sure we all can relate to being either witnessing these things or maybe engaging in some of these things. In fearing God, we should strive to live a pure life. And anyone who is doing the opposite deceives themselves and will reap the benefit or will reap what they sow on whatever what they put out, because you surely get back what you put out. That's the law of cause and effect, the law of karma. A man who fears God seeks instruction, seeks reproof, delights in constructive criticism, because their life's goal is to be peaceful. When I mean peaceful, I don't mean laying down, letting people walk all over you, treating you any old way. Because we are in this world, this physical world. And in this world there is evil. You have good, bad, righteous, unrighteous. And a man who fears God knows that there can't be peace all the time. Therefore, he or she must act accordingly. He or she must be prepared. See, because God lives in all of us, we have the intelligence, the capacity to do godlike things, to do amazing things. A man who fears God provides for his family or his future family. and leaves an inheritance for his family or his kids or his kids. A man who fears God is always thinking ahead. He or she is always thinking of ways to grow, thinking of ways on what he or she can do to benefit others. And in return, it will benefit him or her. I'm going to say that again. A man who fears God is always thinking ahead. He or she is always thinking of ways to grow, thinking of ways on what he can do to benefit others. And in return, it benefits him. We should all be thinking about giving a service, because in return, it benefits us. But on the other hand, a fool fears nothing. A fool reverences nothing, and therefore cannot receive instruction. Any instruction. A man without God or reverence to God is like a man that is already in the coffin, or a dead man walking. He may be alive, but physically, inwardly, he is dead. See, there can't be wisdom without God, because God is the source of everything. Just imagine this. Imagine if the sun disappeared, or if we didn't have the sun, we all would die, because we need that source. We need that source of energy to survive. We need the sun to accomplish things on in this earth. The sun allows technology to operate, to thrive, and to move, and to be able to be alive. It's the same thing as being connected to God, which is the all-time source. You need that source in this world. And when you disassociate yourself, matter of fact, you need that source. You need that source so you can connect in this world. And when you disassociate yourself from God, and when you don't show reverence to God, or when you don't fear God, you are actually doing yourself a disservice. And you would die spiritually. God is the source of all creation. And when we disassociate ourselves from the source, the wisdom we think we have is no wisdom at all. The sun is a creation created by the Creator, and we can't survive without it. Not the sun, but the source, the Creator, which is God. So fear God, reverence God. So why would anyone think that they could survive without the Creator? Everything in this world is about choice. We can choose to be connected, or we can choose to be disconnected. I'm going to say that again. We can choose to be connected to the source, or we can choose to be disconnected to the source. That's deep right there. I choose to be connected. I choose God. I fear God in my life. I reverence God in my life. Though I'm not perfect, I have a choice to be connected to the source and be wise. My question to you is, who do you choose? Again, my question to you is, who do you choose? Whoever you choose, or whatever you choose wise, because your life depends on it. Peace.